What I want to talk to you about is keys for success and some things that you can do to ensure that you are successful in whatever it is you choose to do in life. It's important that you start to think about now what you want to do. When I was in high school, I didn't know. I wasn't even on track to go to college. I had a great guidance counselor who helped direct me in that way and helped me to identify some of my gifts, my talents, as well as my strengths. And I'm very fortunate to have had someone to take an interest in me. Well, one of the things I wanted to share with you that as you are thinking about your future and your career and what you want to do in life, we all have to have a mission. And if you're going to be working every day, you might as well be doing something that you love, where you are enjoying what you do, you're working with people that you enjoy, and you're adding value to an organization, or if you're an entrepreneur, to your own business to generate income. So what you want to think about is, what is it that I like? What skills do I have that are transferable to an actual employment opportunity? What am I good at? There's all types of interest inventories that you can take. You can work through your guidance department, and you can find out what those skills are, what those interests are. What are you passionate about? Because there are so many careers that you may not even be aware of that exist. When I was in high school, I would have never known that I would be working in human resources. I didn't understand that that was a career field to choose from. I just kind of fell into it. But you want to be more purposeful and meaningful in selecting an occupation that's a fit. At Chick-fil-A, we have a lot of different careers available. For those of you who may be interested in sports, there's a career for sponsorship, sports sponsorship. We have the Chick-fil-A Bowl. As part of our marketing department, there is a team of individuals who activate our sponsorship at sporting events. It's a lot of hard work, but if you're passionate about sports and you enjoy doing that, then you should seek a career in sports. So my thought to you would be, consider what is it that you enjoy, what are you passionate about, and what do you like, and then do research. You all have the internet. I didn't have that when I was in college. And you can research and find out what it takes to get into that career. What type of training and education do you need? What's the income opportunity, the salary? How many jobs are there? You don't want to select a career just because you're passionate about it and find out there really aren't very many opportunities in that. So you want to start to think strategically and long term. How can I leverage the gifts and the talents I have in a career that's rewarding and fulfilling to me? Chick-fil-A is a privately held company. Truett Cathy, our founder and owner, who is 90 years old, owns Chick-fil-A. The Cathy family owns it. You cannot go and buy any stock for Chick-fil-A because it's privately held. So as you are thinking about your future and where you want to work, there's a different culture involved. And when I say culture, the environment, the feel of the organization, it's different when you work for a family-owned company. Truett Cathy has an office. He's 90 years old. He still comes in. His sons, Dan Cathy and Bubba Cathy, are still involved in the business. His grandchildren, I work with one of them, Andrew Cathy, are still involved. So I work for the Cathy family. But you cannot go and buy stocks and invest in Chick-fil-A. So it's very different than a public company. I worked for Lincoln Financial Group, and they had stock. They're on the stock market. You can buy stock for it. So you want to think about that. But Chick-fil-A is family-owned. We are also a company founded under biblical principles. Our restaurants are closed on Sunday. So that makes for a different type of environment as well. It gives you an opportunity for a day of rest. Do you all understand that the restaurant industry, how many jobs there are in that field? In the hospitality industry? Has anyone in here ever worked in quick service restaurants? Hands. Anybody worked in restaurants? McDonald's, Wendy's, where'd you work?
Oh, quick service restaurant.
Yeah. Oh, Subway, Taco Bell, anybody? Where'd you work? Moe's. I know Moe's. Was it Raving Brands or Focus Brands that owns Moe's? Well, Moe's. I like Moe's. I like Mexican food. Well, let me tell you, think about careers in the restaurant industry. People go out to eat in quick service restaurant, quick dining restaurant, because it's economical and it's fast. So there's a lot of different careers behind the scenes. Over 65% of our Chick-fil-A franchise owners are former team members. Individuals like yourselves that worked in the restaurant while they were in high school, went on in college, continued to work in the restaurant, and decided they wanted to be a business owner and pursued ownership. Look into entrepreneurship and business ownership. That's a viable option for a career for yourselves. If it's something that you love doing and you can market it, and there's a segment of the population that wants your products or your services, and you can work for yourself and be entrepreneurs and not have to work for anyone. That's what Truett Cathy did. He worked for himself. There is not an age requirement. However, you have to have business experience, and typically you have to have lived with some maturity and some wisdom to gain that business experience. We do have franchise owner operators as young as 25. We sure do. But they have business experience. They've worked in Chick-fil-A. They went on to college, received a degree in business.
Okay. For instance, I have a family. My mom owns a store. And I want to own a Chick-fil-A. And is there like a process that I have to go to?
There is a process that we take our franchise owner operators through. And it's not just about the money from an investment standpoint. When you look at franchising, go on the internet. There's an organization called the IFA, International Franchise Association. Google that, where you can learn about franchising concepts. Mary Maid's is a franchise. There's all kinds of franchises. But we take all of our candidates who want to own a Chick-fil-A franchise through a very strenuous selection experience. So they interview. Another thing they do is credit check. It's important to manage your finances well. You can start this now before you get to college and get credit cards and things of this nature, because we pull and we do a credit check. And we want to make sure that your credit is good. You have managed your personal finances well. We're not looking for a large dollar amount of money to invest. We just want you to have managed your finances properly, meaning that you don't have a lot of debt. You've paid your bills on time. You have a good credit score. So we look at your financial stewardship. We also look at your business leadership. What have you done in the past from an entrepreneurial perspective? We've had some franchise owners who had their own lawn cutting business as they were young in high school. Yes, sir? Chick-fil-A is a great place to work. We offer scholarships for our team members. If you want to work for Chick-fil-A and you work 1,000 hours, you can apply for a scholarship that will help you toward college. So that's another benefit. McDonald's offers that as well. There's other competitors that offer that. But a lot of people have a negative image of quick service restaurant. I want to change that image. There is a website called What's Next for Me that has all kinds of information about careers in the hospitality industry, which is not just quick service dining, but restaurants in general, as well as the hotel industry. You can major in hospitality when you go to college. It is a collegiate major that you can consider studying so that you can work in the hospitality industry. It's a great field. I didn't know about that. I wish someone would have told me about that. This morning, I went to boot camp. That's another thing let me talk to y'all about. Your body is a temple. Now, you're young, your metabolism is high, you probably can eat whatever you want, and you don't have to worry about putting on that weight, but you want to be fit to lead. When I say fit to lead, fitness is important, that you are watching what you intake, and that not only are you exercising your mind and your mental capacity, but you want to make sure that you have the energy level and that your temple and your body is prepared to be able to go through the rigors in a career. I mean, there are people who I have seen who have applied for Chick-fil-A franchise ownership, and we look at them and say, do they have the energy level to maintain the level of energy they need to run a restaurant as an entrepreneur? So think about that. Be very mindful about your temple and what you're putting in it and what you're eating so that you can have the right energy level. I'm 45 years old, and I'm working at it every day to try to keep things in order and everything in its place. That's why I was at boot camp this morning at 7 a.m., lifting weights, running, trying to maintain. Not that I'm vain and worried about my physical appearance in terms of how I look, but I just want to have the energy so that every day I can live life to the fullest. And if you're not eating the right and proper foods, and if you're not exercising, then your lifespan can be shortened. You see, y'all young, y'all got time to get all this stuff right. I wish somebody would have told me this. I really do. There's so many things that if I had known when I was 18, man. But sometimes you just got to live life to see. Chick-fil-A is a great place to work. We are growing. We have never had a layoff. In all of the years of our existence, we have never laid anyone off. But it's very difficult to get into Chick-fil-A. Our selection experience is very thorough and very deliberate. We've looked for culture fit, a fit within the Chick-fil-A culture. Any organization has this unique culture, and you don't want to survive at work. You want to thrive. So we want to make sure that that's a fit. We're going to look to make sure you have the right competencies. So if we're hiring you as an accountant, we want to know that you have academically achieved. So your grade point average is important. We require certain grade point averages for particular positions. So the competency piece is important to us. And then the chemistry, and when we say chemistry, not like a chemistry class you take here at school, we're talking about relationship building skills. Do you build effective and productive relationships? Have you led an organization? Are you involved with a student organization? Are you the president, the treasurer, the committee chair? Are you involved in a sports? Are you the captain, co-captain? All of these skills are extremely important as you think about your future. You have to be involved in campus activities and school activities, and not just be involved, but you have to have led others, demonstrated some type of leadership. So you need to get involved when you go to college or while you're here in different activities here on campus. And build relationships. Build relationships with your instructors, your teachers. Find a mentor, a sponsor, an advocate, someone that you admire, a trait about them, you see something in them that you like, and say, hey, I just want to spend some time and get to know you better. Now, you want to be wise about who you select. You want to make sure and properly vet them, that they have high morals and high characters. You don't want to align yourself with someone that's going to lead you down a path that's not positive. So you want to make sure you Google that person, you know something about that person, because you don't want to get connected with the wrong person. You want to get connected with the right person, someone that can pour into you.
I just want to say one thing, though, because you asked if that's true. So I don't work for Chick-fil-A, and part of the reason we connected is that I, as I said, work with a lot of people who aren't working or are trying to make transition, and all of them want to work for Chick-fil-A. And I thought, if I'm trying to help people, I need to find out what Chick-fil-A is looking for. And so I was invited to Chick-fil-A to see what it's like. And if I tell you, I've never been anywhere where everybody I met was so happy, so gracious, so friendly, such a nice environment, such a nice climate. And it's all true. It is all completely true, because there are great companies. There are a lot of great companies. This one, 100%, everybody seemed happy. I thought, what are they drinking? I need some.
Yeah, it is a wonderful place. And I see this thing that says keys to character. We look at these types of attributes as we're assessing candidates to become a part of the Chick-fil-A family. And we consider everyone that works with Chick-fil-A a family member. We're in a family-owned business, and we look at individuals that work for us as family members. So we look for these things to make sure that there's individuals that have ethics and morals and who are trustworthy, because you're working with our brand, and we want you to be able to protect our brand and to be a positive representation of the Chick-fil-A brand. How you define success? A lot of people are going to define success by money, how much money you make. I am compensated I feel very blessed and very equitable. No, I'm not rich, but I know how to manage my personal finances well, and I feel very blessed to work at Chick-fil-A, that I'm being paid to do something I enjoy. However, I don't measure success by my job. I am not seeing that, oh, I'm a successful business person. My success more so is about my family. And there are different types of family. I came from a single parent household. My mother was 17 when she had me. My grandmother, both of them raised me. But their success was seeing me being able to thrive and to be a citizen and to add value to the country and to volunteer and give back. Such things like today. Now, my success is how I parent my children. That's important to me, Blair, Chelsea. The type of wife I am to my husband, Mr. Cartwright. He's from the Bahamas. I love my baby. He good looking too. Second marriage, got married again. The first one was a little shaky because I was so driven in my career that I was not spending the time and nurturing my relationship with my husband as I should. However, I was blessed to get a second chance at it. But for success for me isn't material things. It's not what the type of car I drive. It's not the clothes that I wear. It's not the places that I travel and go to on vacation. Success for me is knowing that I'm able to give back, that I'm able to take the time and to give back and to bring someone along with me. That's success. So think about what success is for you. How will you consider yourself to be successful? Yes, you have Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You got to have shelter. You got to have clothing. You got to have food. But when you really think about success and you lay your head down at the end of the night on that pillow, you want to be able to say, was I able to have a positive influence on someone today? Was I able to put a smile on someone's face? Did I make someone happy? Did I acknowledge and speak someone, or was I nasty and mean to people all day and all cutthroat, only worried about what I can get? That's true success, what you can give back, how you can help others. It's not always about the material things. And I'm a work in progress too. I mean, some days I may not be as nice as I should, and I have to ask for forgiveness. I may be short of patience. But think about what true success is for you and how you determine that. Anybody that likes design, it's Richards Group. That's where you want to research. It's out of Dallas, Texas. They are an advertising agency out of Dallas, Texas. It's called the Richards Group. They created that award-winning cow campaign for us. And I brought some cows for you. We are in the Wall Street Advertising Hall of Fame because of these cows. So if you are in the design, if you're a creative person, the Richards Group is the name of the agency. Look into it, because I'm telling you, when you come, whatever person that actually came up with this campaign for the Richards Group, oh, I'm sure they were very well rewarded for that. We have a group called branding, brand management, and what they do is they're in charge of the uniforms, how they look in the restaurant, the packaging that you see, anything that's identified with our logo and our brand. That's a team, and that's their job. And they work with outside consultants and contractors on that. But everyone that works at our corporate office, we have approximately 800 people that work at our corporate office. All of us spend one day working in the restaurant. There are no cash registers in that corporate office. So just because we suited up and working in that corporate environment doesn't mean we don't get our hands dirty. We're not chopping lemons, squeezing lemons, bread and chicken. Because at the end of the day, if you're not selling chicken, you better be helping someone who does. Our business is driven by the franchise owner-operators, those independent business owners in the neighborhood selling chicken. That's where the cash registers are. So we always remember that. If you are not selling chicken, you better be helping someone who does.